I'm sorry I'm here for someone else, but it's good to see your face, and I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I'm here for someone else. I wish that I could stay and talk at the bar all by ourselves.
we are here. Welcome. How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Blaqksheep. We are live. I actually had to stop myself from buying a 5090 today twice. I really want a 5090. Max, come here. Come here, Max. I'll make you a fork blanket. Blanket fork. Get the fuck out. Hello there. Welcome everybody, it's your boy Blaqksheep coming live from New York. But good evening, girl killer, how you been? Good to see you. Been a minute. Wait. All right. You going to Thermo? You guys in Thermo? West Lighthouse? Oh, looks like I just got here. Who needs their teeth stomped in? Killed him? Very nice. Nope. I just got on. Max? What's up, Max? Maximus! Yeah, everybody, I hope you all have been good. Wow. Aw. Man. No. What's up, Maxie boy? Hey, are you hungry or something? I can't tell. Can't tell if he's hungry or not. Demon girl, what's new? How you doing? It's good to see you over there. Cause I'm into fuck you. It's fucking cold where I am. Bro, it's fucking freezing already over where I'm at. It's actually... Oh, damn. Best type of units. Yeah, I had... We don't have fusion. I don't think we have that technology that you're thinking about yet. They're getting closer to being able to fully harness it, but I don't think we have the capacity to do what you're talking about, like cold fusion. Like. So that's 4 more years. So, but have they actually built like a working model, a successful model? Really? All right, I haven't read up on it in a minute. So, like last time I knew, they didn't. They had been trying and didn't have like a fully stable like design or whatever the fuck. What the fuck? Really? All right. Huh. Good time to get hurt. Fucking do it. Split. You go one way, I go the other. No, he's done, dude. You do it, King. Do it. I'm coming right out. Yo, I'm coming out. Yo, you got one coming up. So we got another coming up. I know, doesn't it suck to get fucked? Fucked and sucked? And suck and fuck and sound like a duck? Like one too? The fucking... Welcome to hell, motherfuckers. Like, realistically, this is what they did to us, so... This is the return of it. Multiple days of getting your shit pushed in your own fucking, Tortuga. Yep, exactly. Turok, is he a fucking Cro-Magnon or something? Turok fucking throw brick at wall. Turok, you need to touch grass. Here, I bet. Remember, let me. I'm just gonna clip it. Okay. Because you know I'm streaming it. Let me get clips. What?
Shadows only need a spark. They pull me back, they pull me in, like a ghost beneath my skin.
Let's go. Wow. I don't know. I'm fucking about to pack a bowl is what I said I'd go. Are you? What you mean? It's warm in here? Nah, it's because you keep peeing yourselves. The only reason why you're fucking warm is because you're fucking soiled yourselves, you dumb fucking mook. You fucking dumb fuck. Look at this dumb bitch. Sorry. Nah, they ain't gonna move out. Nah, they ain't moving out. Yeah, this shit is hella nicotine. Bro, paddle boat. Bro, if it's a pickle, that's a different story. If it's actually a pickle, that's a different story. But my fucking little sparrow, if I run off with it, I can still get shots on people. It'll be a hell of an annoyance. No, you no. Maybe I should name it that, but my whittle sparrow, and just have it like. SPRV, not SKP. Oh, we got him coming out. Yo, someone fucking let's fucking actually board his ass. I just shot him all the way down. I shot him down to 217. Board his ass. Grapes, please. If I can get to him, I'll fucking do it myself. Watch out there, Harlock. I'm moving in for kills, so you gotta watch it. Either me or King are gonna get it. Thank you. Okay, I got it. I got it. Oh, never mind. You got it. Look at that. We both would have had a guy. Good shit. Could have gotten it. He got it. Thank you for the clip. Huh. Why is my shit not working? I did not get my clip. Kill him. Kill him. Come on. You know, it's fun though that SKT likes to shit talk and then PRV comes to help him. I do find that funny. Yeah, now it's PRV and SKT. Let's go Secret was trying to hang a thing. Defeat, bullshit. How did I get fucking defeated? I had more fucking people than him. It's about to get real fucking hairy now. I'm going to sparrow the fuck out of them. Fuck out and around. Be right back. Yo. No.
Love is the one thing.
Which?
Funny how they always want to be friends after they rip your guts out.
This is for all you new people.
Really?
No one quit.
Like, with who? With let me ask you, because like it's depending on how fast it's actually moving, you know. All right, that's figurable. Okay.
One thing we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time.
Really? Really? That's crazy. I don't know why he would be doing that. That's so stupid. Yeah. Well. Really? I know you wouldn't like
Is the one thing we're capable of perceiving that transcends dimensions of time and space.
Initiating sound sequence. Cymax.
and I really hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm here for someone else. I wish that I could stay and talk at the bar all by ourselves, but I'm here for someone else. But I need to go. It's not personal.
It's like, how the hell do you have a cool name and then like you're fucking crippled?
Share 100, share 100, share 100. Gothy underscore senpai cheered 300 bits.
Hey, Gothy, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Gothy, we've been good here, that's for sure. Miss chilling as well, yeah, miss chilling as well. Like, we all gotta hang. I've been hanging in my guild Discord. Yeah, just chilling. Because it's really one of those, it's important to have those comms. You know what I mean? Really, really important to have those comms. Alright. Got it. It's all good. Do it up. I'll see you later. Alright, here we go. Yeah, but it's great to see you, Gothy. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some commentary stuff again from YouTube. I'm gonna watch YouTube and comment on shit. But I gotta figure out what I want to do. Yep. Yo, I seem not to be able to clip shit.
Boy, I got your attention.
What we got going on? Oh
The name of the manager who's banning me so I can take it to my attorney.
You will get that.
You will get a letter from my attorney,
Sure,
sir.
ma'am. What's your name?
And you will too.
That's fine.
Because I have done absolutely nothing, and that's called discrimination against white people. You are a racist. You are discriminating.
Discrimination. Shockingly, she's a Trump supporter.
Against a white person. How dare you? How dare you?
How about you provide your ID?
No, I will not. I will give it to him. I don't want to talk to you. You are a racist.
So you're being racist.
No, I am not. A racist is somebody who kicks somebody out of a store for no reason, for just being white. I will talk to my lawyer about this.
So you're talking to
because you are not letting me walk. That's not a disturbance. That's called self-defense. You can't go badgering people around that haven't broken a law. Give me the law I've broken in concrete language.
Let me understand.
Disorderly conduct. I want to talk to him.
Smoking crack. They're smoking crack. They're all smoking crack.
I'd rather talk to the white person. Oh my god. Which in turn you don't even realize, of course, no self-awareness, most of them don't have that you're proving that there was a reason to get rid of you because you're a racist, psychotic bitch.
I relate better to people of my own race. I relate better. They always hit me, push me, throw garbage in my yard, push me around, lie to me, steal my money when I'm stuck. I want to talk to someone that...
Oh my god.
Who's at 1,703 health.
What happened?
I told my manager, and he came up here. He was like, what? And then he went to help somebody else. And when I seen him go this way, I said, you know what? I'm going to call the police and get her out of here.
Can I talk to you? I can relate better to you because he's telling me that he's not going to give me a legal explanation for why he's bullying me, asking for my ID under the Privacy Act. A police officer cannot ask for ID unless the person has committed a crime. I have not committed a crime. It's between me and the managers. You need to give me the...
But yeah, that was insane. But if they want you gone and you're trespassing, you are committing a crime by not leaving.
Name of the manager here so my attorney can talk to them.
Yeah, and I guess she was saying racist shit to the woman behind the counter.
And I need the camera, I need concrete evidence on the camera showing what I have done wrong. So my attorney can size it up and see whether or not that is a reason for the manager to kick me out, because this grocery store also has to follow business law. They cannot arbitrarily kick people out for reasons because they don't like the business.
And I'm sure if someone's being rowdy and like knocking shit over in there, they're gonna go through all the fucking red tape to see, oh yeah, we have to be sure for the paperwork comes back as they're ripping everything apart. No, they can trespass you right away.
Shoes, they don't like the person's outfit. You can't go doing that to people. If they don't like the way you dress, you can't kick them out of the store. I want to see it on camera. I want you to go look at it on camera. You're accusing me of something. I want you to see what you're accusing me of.
Ma'am, this business has every right to...
This is hearsay. Without the camera, this is just hearsay. Hearsay is not legal. It's hearsay. Without the...
Yeah, you don't have the right to go anywhere. So long as it's not discrimination, which she's poorly trying to throw it under, but it's just not true. You know, if someone doesn't allow you to shop at a store because say you're black, and they're like, oh yeah, we don't want your cut. That's the story. But no, this is different. You know what I mean?
Hello. Later, bro. Later, dude.
Like, you think it's ridiculous, but if the store does not want you to have shorts, and they only want you to wear pants, and you go in there with shorts, you're like, hey, you're in here with shorts, and you're supposed to be with pants. I think it's dumb, but if you don't agree with that, they could trespass you because you did not wear pants. And after they trespass you for not wearing pants, the cops will come and refuse to leave you or breaking the law. They think it's dumb that you need to wear pants, but if they want you to wear pants and you deal with it, it's a private place of business that they want you to have pants in.
talks about people with masks because they have been exposed to COVID, and I'm telling them to stay away from you 6 feet, socially distance themselves from me over there. I said socially distance themselves because they've been exposed to COVID.
Oh wow, it's from 2022. Okay.
I don't want them around me. That's all I said. Don't look at the camera. People with the mask have a higher likelihood that they've been exposed to people. That's why they're paranoid with the mask. I don't want to be around those people. And when they come over to me like this close, I say stay 6 feet away, please. Stay away from me. Don't come over to me. When I use that checkout line, I told that woman, I said, when you use that checkout line, distance from me. I don't want you to come. That's why they call me please. And when I went over to the pharmacy, I said, this country's too liberal because I know a lot of people that wear the mask have, that's why they wear the mask. In order.
Wait, why do
because
they wear the
doctors,
masks?
The law, the doctors tell them that have, people that have lived in D.C., they have to wear masks because they have weaker immune systems. I don't want people handling my stuff over at the pharmacy if they have a weaker immune system. That's just the way I am. That's I live in the United States. That's all I said.
I'm sure that with all the other lunacy shit you're into, all of a sudden you're worried about safe distance from COVID.
Didn't help me check it for yourself.
Well, the video's not going to get what you're saying. It's not going to record.
Well, then it's hearsay. Why are you bossing people around based on hearsay? Because she was black and I'm white. People are a black person, but not a white person. Yes, it does. I understand it does.
They want you out of the store and they want you man. They have the right.
No, they don't, because first of all, I'll tell you what, the manager of the store is not the highest manager of the store. He's just the manager. And maybe that's why I need his name, so I can give it to my attorney. There's a shroud of people, a shroud of reality, but there has not been one basis as to why the store got the store. What are my rights? Wait a minute, this is the store's rights.
You obviously have plenty because they haven't tackled you with fucking ground yet, so you have plenty of rights here. You realize that, right? Here's your privilege: is that you have not been handcuffed yet. I'm not a cop, but maybe you should have been.
What are my rights? I want to know. All right, then why don't you let me leave?
Okay, I got you.
Then fine, let me leave. Because I need to get the manager's name so I can go call an attorney. I'm going to tell 4 guys in my house who are going to ask for your name and call. He worked on the crime.
Sounds like a threat.
35 years, the guy I live with, he's going to call your boss and ask what the hell is going on. My guy I live with works in the crime division, 35 years in this town. He knows every single person in town.
Oh, of course. And then they always go to the next one. They have connections. And if that doesn't work, then they go to the crying. I don't think we'll get to that phase tonight because it's almost time to close up shop.
Okay, what is your first and last name?
I don't get that because they have not committed a crime. It's private. Privacy Act.
Says ma'am. As of right now,
I don't have
you're trespassing right now.
Well, then let me go.
No, ma'am.
So
You are
you
trespassing.
have to warn somebody if they're trespassing.
Cool.
so they
I have mortars on this.
That's all.
I gotta
You're
piss him off.
breaking
This Neptuno needs to die in front of me, though.
Hearsay. Doesn't like me. Get out of the store. Yeah, get out of the store. Why are you lying?
No, this lady said way more than Pearl Davis did during that debate. God, what an embarrassment of a debate. Like, even if you lose, fine, but just to sit there in silence because you have a negative rebuttal to come back with is... Oh my God.
Are you refusing to give your name?
That isn't the question.
No, I'm asking you right now.
Yes, I am. Take me in. Yeah, arrest me for not giving my name because I want to have a word with my lawyer as to why more babies can come in here, want personal information about me when I have committed no crime.
Where do you get banned from the store?
Oh my God, you idiot. If they want to trespass you, they need your name so they have it on record. So if you try to go in, I don't know if this is a what fucking store is this? Anyway, they know that they have you there. They'll even take a picture of you. Tough shit. It's how it goes.
Because it's private. If they want to
Hold on a second.
take a picture of me, I will be out of here. But
Where is he going? Where is he going exactly? Where's he going, you think?
as far as I can tell.
Did he show up?
Arbitrarily believing a black person.
Navidad. Alright. Navidad Lighthouse.
Like if if there is a store that wants you to wear T-shirts where your left nipple is out, and you refuse,
Can you make it in?
Only shoppers who come here have to have their left nipple out.
Fuck.
Whatever. You get my point. If you don't have something like the left nipple out, you're out of that store. You're trespassed.
Person to socially distance themselves from me, and now because I'm white, I'm being kicked out of the store because I'm white. I'm being kicked out of the store because I'm white. It's a black person's word over a white person's word. No, I'm because that's illegal.
What's your name?
I don't give
now you're being disorderly
because
in
I
front of
should
our
be
president.
because you're breaking the Constitution.
We're just trying to
Breaking the cons. Oh my god, all of these fucking experts. Oh my god. I want to go back to like 1998.
figure out what's going on.
Well, let me go. That's what you can figure out.
Not that there wasn't fucking lunatics back then, but social media and access to the internet has made fucking people more extreme, more stupid, and more unbearable.
You just told me I'm trespassing, so leave me alone. 5 police for a person shopping? Where's our tax money going? And secondly, the guy I live with worked 5 years on the crime commission, and then my argument is give me the camera so I can look at the reason they're banning me, because that's concrete evidence. The legal argument. All right, now I am, because you've got 5 police bullying you.
All right, I'm gonna save this in my folder of love because I do want to continue this because this is fucking fascinating.
Super fascinating.
Oh my god. Alright, ladies, this has been like an adventure of a fucking... How long have I been streaming? 5 hours.
You should slam them in a bleak.
What makes what's even more grim about the AI is that there's already people falling for the shit now. And it's just beginning. No, I want more. Listen, I want sleep because I gotta wake up and make videos. And I'm not sure if I'm streaming tomorrow. But I definitely want to get like video related stuff done. Also get some stuff done for these streams too. Yeah, alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's that time. Everything I had. Anything and everything loves the ESPs. We're playing it down. Don't thank me for the stream. Thank you guys for coming through. I appreciate that. I will see you tomorrow with content. I know when I say maybe stream, no, but it doesn't actually necessarily. Stuff going on.
Yes, actually, the little chips, yes. It's a hell of a lot of fun. How can he fire out of there? Hell yeah. Yeah, give it up. Oh, we got wounds behind us. Yeah. Yeah, because it's two of them. You wanna come and help smack this one? Wanna help smack these? 2v1. It's not as fun as 1v1. The Johnny. Whooping on the allies. Hell yeah. It's what happens. It's what happens, you know? We decided to go to Tortuga because we had enough of the last bunch of times they did it. So we're just like, fuck it. Hell yeah. Put the screws to the enemies. No. That's what we did. Hero. What up, Hero? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. We had to. It was important. Important. Yeah, let's put something on in the background. That was fun. That was hella fun. I love that shit though.
Nick Shirley response. Here we go. Andrew Callahan, we all know Andrew, did an interview with Nick Shirley about, I don't know, like a week ago or something like that, 8 days ago. And in this interview, it was 1 hour long, and it was cut in a way that made Nick Shirley seem like kind of a moron, right? And honestly, I like Nick, but he's not a great talker. He's not. And I think that's pretty evident.
Just eating some
But at the
chicken
same
nugs
time,
while
I think it
spying
was
on me.
edited in
I
a
see,
way
I see, I
that,
see.
you know, was
I
misrepresentative
figured
of
that
what,
anyways. Smooch.
you know,
there
Nick
there
Shirley
was quite a
actually
few
said.
people
And I guess
who
before I do
decided
this, I'm
to
gonna
come
play
hang.
the video of it happening just before I do this, just so you guys can be on the same
They
page.
lurked
Okay?
hard.
So the other
They
week, I
lurked.
sat down with Andrew Callahan in Channel 5 to do a sit-down podcast-style interview for his channel.
There's
And when he goes
definitely
and posts
some
the video,
lurkers.
I see he just posted an hour-long interview. I said, well, that's weird, because we actually spoke for around 2.5 hours. And then I go and watch the interview, and I'm saying, well, what is
that was
this?
a lot
This
of
is
fun,
not
though.
what happened. For instance, this
Yeah.
clip right here.
What American city is
All of
prospering
that
right
shit.
now? Austin. Austin. Name another one. El Paso, Texas. El Paso, Texas
Hell
is
yeah,
prospering.
I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed that.
Phoenix is doing good. Basically, any place with low state tax is getting a lot of. In any place that's not Democrat. I don't know about that. I mean, name
Almost bought a
Democrat city that's
5090.
prospering right now. Well, it would have to be one that's affordable. Name one. Denver.
And a 5090 Astral.
Why are you smirking? It's not prospering.
All right, so that's the clip Andrew posted, but this
Uh-huh.
is the actual interaction of how it went.
There we go.
Denver. Why are you smirking? Because I don't know if it's prospering.
I could technically just straight up buy it with my card and everything, but I really don't feel like having to pay that way.
Why would you
Okay.
not put that in there? Right? You can see very clearly
Yeah.
that like it's being cut in a way that,
But it would be worth it
you
to
know,
get
in
it in
a
2 days.
freeform conversation.
It'd be very
it
worth
seems
it to
like,
have 50
you know,
90.
Andrew is much more
On it so
understanding
fucking
of
bad.
this, but it's cut in a way that removes that.
I want this
It's
50
kind of
90
weird
so
that Andrew
fucking
didn't put
bad.
that in, right? Maybe his like bass or something would not.
I'm gonna change this for now. I put something else on. Everyone knows that I watch. We've got 92. You know. I mean, like, I have a shite fucking boat for that right now. So, what I would do is I can start it up. I don't have it. I don't have the right boat for it. You know what I mean? Right now. I'm just gonna go jump into either my Sparrow. I will head back out there anyways. I'll head back. All right, so we're gonna do what do we? All right. All right. Yeah. Let's see. I really do want to see what the response is for that. So honestly, everyone, you guys have to
Put that in there.
Chill with
Right?
it.
You can
I'm
see
listening to
very
this
clearly
shit.
that like it's being cut in a way that, you know, in a free-form conversation, it seems like, you know, Andrew is much more understanding of this, but it's cut in a way that removes that. It's
kind of
framing,
weird
yeah.
that Andrew didn't put that in, right? Maybe his like bass or something would not be happy with that response because he obviously got caught lying. And anyways, let's move over to the next topic when we're talking about Somalians being known for pirating, as 89% of the fraud that has been charged inside of Minnesota is by Somalians.
That's a
This
lot.
is the interaction that
It's a big
Andrew
number.
posted.
Somali community, or do you see it as both? 89% of the fraud is being committed by Somalians. Where exactly is that statistic from? You can pull it up on the screen. You'll find it. I just want to know where it's from. You want me to find it right now? For sure, just so I can. I don't know.
Wait,
I believe you. I
repeat.
just
Please
wanted to make
repeat
sure we have
that
the
one
exact-
more time.
Here, right here.
Pay attention to the other.
Yeah, and it's not
Oh, here we
racist to
go.
say it.
I got
And when
you.
I go,
This is what happens.
I'm
when I
already
show you
here.
The fact that 89% of the
I'm
people who
fucking
have been
floating up,
charged
so
for
Dr. Strange
fraud
head
in
towards me.
Minnesota are Somalians, this is what Andrew had to say. But remember, he conveniently left this out of the interview.
Here we go.
Cut around me. Cut around me. Cut around me. Come on. Cut right.
wow, in and find Somalian Americans. Well, looks like we've got a redo there. I'm interested to see what you put in this interview because it looks like there's a problem with fraud.
So there you go. That's just 2 examples from the interview with Andrew Callahan where
Wow.
he literally...
Yeah, and wow is right. And again, it's misleading. It is misleading.
He went out of his way to try and make me look bad, which is not cool. I wouldn't say that's like very like benevolent of him to do by any means, but I promise you
What
guys,
does that mean?
if I ever do an interview with anyone, you're gonna get the full product because I think that's just like the most benevolent thing to do.
Yeah.
Anyways,
wow.
I hope you guys enjoyed and you guys were able to see through what I just showed you. Full interviews up on my second channel.
So I thought people deserve to see a full interview. So basically, Nick Shirley came out with this video here, basically because the Channel 5 interview did, I think it like.
Oh fuck! I could have used that. Let's see.
Was that cutting a reframing that made Nick Shirley look worse, and it removed Andrew's concessions to Nick Shirley?
I am now
I think
killing
that
people.
they did. And I think that by doing that, it reframes the conversation in a way that is not entirely misleading, but it's also not telling the truth either. It was obvious? Yes. So Andrew has made a response. Let's get it.
There's still more at that lighthouse,
All
right?
right, so normally and historically, my policy for whenever somebody's saying some factually inaccurate stuff about me online is to turn the other cheek, keep my head down, and get back to grinding. But in this case, with Mr. Nick Shirley, who is now falsely accusing me of conducting an unfairly
with you right now?
interview, I think I'm going to pick
Dr.
option
Strange?
2 and let people know what went down.
Okay.
Journalistic integrity is something that I kind of take a little bit seriously,
Right.
and I can see a future wherein access is
On my
limited to
way
prominent
over.
people, especially conservatives, if I don't dispel this false narrative.
It's smart. It's smart. You should do it.
Immediately in its entirety
Yeah.
right the heck now. So to do this right, I'll have to show you a couple of things,
Okay.
including text
Let's do
messages
it.
between him and I, and actual footage of the working Premiere sequence that I used to edit the interview, so you can see what was cut and why. So let's begin with an editing lesson. So when we're dealing with a long-form interview of somebody who talks very slowly and circles back to repetitive talking points, one of the
I
first
got a
things
dude
that we
coming
do in
up on my ass.
post-production is cutting what's called dead air, which means long pauses between words or
But
sentences.
you cut out what you said, not what he said.
Never mind.
Or fixable verbal stammers to slow down the conversation and risk boring the
This
viewer.
is true. Andrew is right. He's right about what he's saying, but I don't know if this really applies to it.
No, we do got someone. Oh.
So in this raw interview with Nick, which had a total runtime of 2 hours and 2 minutes, we had to cut nearly half an hour of dead air to make it listenable. Many people like to
Understandable.
choose their words carefully, so I get it. but
Another
there
one
was a
coming
couple
out right
points
now.
in the interview that even in person, we had to have Nick repeat himself because the crew felt that no amount of corrective editing would possibly be able to make him sound normal.
It's been an interesting.
Yeah, Nick Shirley's not a great verbal communicator. This is definitely true, for sure. It's undeniable.
Few days, past 72 hours, my video on the expose of the fraud in Minnesota is the most viewed video ever, longer than 10 minutes, other than Mr. Beast.
You say the fraud in Minnesota again, and you kind of stuttered.
Yeah. Oh, wait, are there going to be cuts in this, or just going to be one take?
Which will make it perfect. So if we ask for to say it again, it's just to make sure you say it perfectly.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
That would imply, like, whenever you say something like that to him, it would imply that everything else besides that would be put in there. I mean, I don't. By the way, in terms of like media and everything, all of this is all
I'm gonna
fine.
bore the shit out of
There's
them.
nothing that's wrong with this at all.
They're-
Like I know
they're
that it might
boring
look
me, so
awkward
I'm gonna
because
bore
it's like,
them.
You know, you're seeing how the sausage is made,
Shit,
but
dead,
like
never mind.
this is extremely common.
yeah, so my video on the fraud in Minnesota is the most viewed video ever by a creator, longer than 10 minutes, expose style. than anybody other than the name of Mr. Beast.
So bear with me here. I'm going to show you the raw footage, and you'll see how with the magic of editing, we were able to make Nick sound actually smarter and faster than he was in person. Check this out.
How does that
I don't think anybody's really denying the fact that Nick Shirley isn't a very, very good verbal communicator. I don't think anybody's really denying that or arguing about that. Like another good example of somebody who's not a great verbal communicator is Tom Homan. Like Tom Homan is not a high-level verbal communicator. I would say, you know, RFK probably isn't too because of his voice.
Going south with,
you can compare that to somebody like Marco Rubio, right? Great verbal communicator.
Dr. Strange
Incredibly
gonna
good
meet
verbal
up
communicator. And so, like, verbal communication skills are really important and they matter a lot, but they're not the end all and be all. And it seems like what Andrew's doing right here is he's attacking Nick Shirley's verbal communication skills rather than what Nick Shirley's accusation is the way that it was cut and the information that was left out.
Then I'm going
I think that's what's happening here. I think this is a weak argument.
Make you feel like gratification-wise as an independent journalist? Well, I think it's the first video you've seen in a long time where a journalist actually went and created a video that created a change instantaneously. For instance, you had the HHS, Health and Human Services. They froze all funding to child care inside of Minnesota and then they're asking for businesses to...
Somebody in chat says, we don't care about if he's bad at speaking, we care about what's being said. I think that basically fits it. And I hope that this entire video isn't just Andrew attacking...
They're just making up random shit.
I mean, I already agree with you, Andrew. Yeah, it's true. You're right. I had done the same thing. It's understandable.
That they are legit businesses before they give tax dollars to these businesses that are not really businesses.
And how does that make you feel, like, gratification-wise as an independent journalist?
Well, I think it's the first video you've seen in a long time where a journalist actually went and created a video that created a change instantaneously. For instance, you had the Health and Human Services. They froze all funding to child care inside of Minnesota, and then they're asking for businesses to prove that they are legit businesses before they give tax dollars to these businesses.
So
I actually think that this argument works against the substance of what Nick Shirley's accusing Andrew of doing, is that basically Andrew is showing is that they're doing like frame by frame, like 10th of a second by 10th of a second level editing to make things sound more acute and make them sound more concise. So if you're putting in this much time and effort into this editing process, it means that you very clearly are paying attention to the way that it's being done in an extreme way. Because if you didn't do this at all, you could make the argument that, let's say, well, we didn't really put a lot of work into it, and I could see how it seems that way, and, you know, we didn't try to do that, but I could see why it would feel that way, right? It's easy. But, like, if you really show this much editing, which is, I mean, Andrew edited this video, besides it obviously being, I think, kind of misleading. This was very good editing by him. Like, he did a good job. But the problem is that you're also doing a good job by, I think, that misrepresenting what happened. It shows his intentions. Yes, definitely. And it shows that he was very clearly trying to edit this to be as clean as possible. Would you go Stephen Miller, S tier at communication skills? No, I think he's B tier. I like Stephen Miller a lot. I agree with everything he's saying, which is why I hold him to a higher standard.
I
think he could communicate a lot better. If you want my opinion, I actually I don't rate myself S tier either. I'd say I'm like A or B tier.
In that interview, we probably did that same thing as far as trimming dead air and splicing B-roll. No joke, probably 30 times.
Sorry about all the
as you can see here on the timeline. And it was never to take him out of context, but to help him get his point across. We do this for every good faith interview or 5 casts we've conducted so far.
Sure.
From Hunter Biden, which had a raw runtime of 5 hours before being cut to 324.
Sure.
To Hunter Kozak, to Alex Jones, to Hamilton Morris, to Janet DeSanti. To pretty much everybody we've ever talked to.
Nobody has a problem with the way you're cutting. Or nobody has a problem with the fact that you're cutting videos down. It's about the way that it's being cut. I mean, I think, obviously.
Exactly. 100% not. Is that and there's this conflation that people have. I mean, I think they're opening up an investigation to cocaine that was found in a cubby outside the, the West Wing of the White House.
You know, we aren't live streamers or live podcasters, and we like to package our interviews for efficiency and entertainment value.
This is completely fine. Like, Andrew cutting that out is totally reasonable. A lot of people stammer like that in interviews. As somebody who's done a lot of interviews and has been in media, I've been doing media stuff for like 20 years. Like, you guys might not know this, I was in broadcasting class and like theater class in middle school and high school. Like, I've been doing this forever. So, yeah, this is very common.
That's just something that we do.
It's
so the
generic,
other cuts in the Nick Shirley interview that weren't dead air related were conversation beats that I personally found either boring, repetitive, or so off topic to the point that they derailed the conversation away from its intended focus, which was fraud in Minnesota and Shirley's personal background. We cut probably...
Yeah, but like, I mean, they're not really derailing if you're asking for a clarification and then he's showing you the clarification, then you're responding to what the clarification is. I mean, like, I don't really think that's...
25 minutes of unproductive, redundant banter about Portland, Mormonism, gay marriage, his new crypto coin.
I heard you also made a coin of some kind?
I did not. Well, I didn't make a coin. I just joined a platform where you can monetize your content. And there actually, so yeah, it is a coin. You can then monetize your content, just similar to like how you upload on TikTok. You can upload your stuff on there. It's just based off Coinbase.
The history and ethics and welfare in America, and 6 whole...
I don't know.
Nearly identical back and forths about his 89% statistic that he falls back on unchallenged.
89% of the fraud is being committed by Somalians, and 89% of the fraud being committed inside Minnesota is by the Somalian population. 89% of the fraud happening by people who were brought into our country and then committing fraud. So 89% of the fraud happening in Minnesota is from the Somalian population.
Right, but 95% of Somali Americans in Minnesota are legal.
Yeah, 89% of Somali.
Yeah, because of people who have attitudes like
fraud.
that.
Since we ended up including an extensive dialogue about that stat.
I don't see even how them being legal has anything to do with them committing fraud. There's plenty of Americans that commit fraud. In fact, there's more white people committing fraud than Somalians. I mean, obviously. I mean, there's more white people committing fraud than there are Somalians, period. Duh, of course.
On the 50-minute mark of the final cut, I personally didn't feel the need to torture all of you guys with 5 other versions of that conversation.
89% of the population, or 89% of the fraud being committed in Minnesota is by Somalians.
And just so we can put that on screen to verify, do you know where that data is from?
Yes, you can put it up on screen. It's up. It's public.
And if you watch that raw cut, 2-hour cut, which I made clear and tech.
Nice. Greenland could be epic and cold. Let me know if you need any locals. I still have contacts there. Just curious why you didn't post the full 2-hour interview instead of the selected 1 hour. Yeah, man, could definitely use those contacts. Permanently cut it down because of either dead air, which is pauses, stammering, or moments of silence, but also trim topics, mainly ones that felt unfocused or took listeners away from the main topics of fraud, new media, your upbringing and style. Pretty standard for us when it comes to long form videos. For Hunter Biden, we shaved off even more. I'm not surprised. If you want to see raw angles for audio, I can send you a clip, whatever you want, man. Yeah, sure.
With Nick that I was willing to share with him in 4K when I got back from Greenland. You will see exactly what I mean.
I hope Andrew actually addresses the specific criticisms that Nick has. Because right now, like, we're just basically, Andrew is talking about the process of video editing, which is clearly not what's being discussed here.
This is not a Sacha Baron Cohen style ambush edit or a Jim Jeffries Avi Yemeni situation where I primed him, by saying crazy shit to get his guard down and then Shanghai him in post-production. I was trying to help Nick Shirley, which it seems up until yesterday he really appreciated.
And I
So
really
after the
have
interview came out about a week ago, he texted me right after saying the backdrop of this interview is hilarious. It was filmed in his uncle's upscale game room in Farmington, Utah, in front of several taxidermied bears that were presumably killed by the Shirley family. He goes on to say, fun watching the reaction from both sides. Appreciate you coming out. Wish you the best in all you do, bro. To which I replied kindly. But then the Clippers started doing the thing that they did Hunter Biden, finding the most outrageous or dumb soundbite in the entire piece. And
I think this was stupid too, and it was really dishonest that Nick Shirley asking what the word benevolent is. This is one of the big reasons why I don't think that like verbal debates are really that useful. It's because a lot of the way that like you can like you will always win an argument if you sound right versus if you sound wrong. It's more important to sound right than to be right. I know it's stupid and it shouldn't be true, but it is true.
Aiming it into oblivion while missing the entire point of the dialogue, which was to try to find common ground on issues like affordability and the collapse of the mainstream media.
I mean,
It's true. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, definitely.
Mentally hope that everything you're saying is true, just so you know.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, like it's like, I mean,
like I hope we all have the best interest in society and for our people, because the affordability is insane and people can't buy houses. And if we're talking about creating change, we need to let innovation prosper inside the United States.
Yeah.
And you're not seeing we're not seeing innovation. In fact, we're seeing fraudsters take our money.
If you guys saw,
he's right. The thing is that, like, and this is the issue, is that I think that there's a lot of midwit people and, like, you know, kind of like mid to low intelligence people that will listen to the way that Nick Shirley communicates, and they will apply basically that to what Nick Shirley is saying. It's undeniable the way that Nick Shirley is communicating is dog shit. It's dog shit. It is. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. So that doesn't mean that he's like a bad person or he's wrong or anything else. But it does mean that, yeah, obviously you're not really great at communicating, right? It's okay. But like fundamentally what he's saying is that I think it's legitimate. It is.
the clip that did the most rounds was when Nick tried and failed to pronounce the word benevolent. Who do you think are this?
And I would always trust, this is another component, I would always trust a person who I think has honest intentions and is badly spoken than a person who has bad intentions but is a great communicator. And I think everybody would, really. Everybody would feel that way.
3 most benevolent billionaires.
What do you mean by the word benevolent?
Just well-intentioned, positive billionaires who you think are creating, you know, net positive societal progress.
Trump, our president?
Because he never said it right and said benevolent twice, there was no way to cut the dead air or trim the stammer. So we left it in. And personally, I don't think it's
Well, this wasn't one of the things that Nick even criticized or even brought up. Like this was and also, does Nick Shirley say benevolent like a retard? Yeah, he does. That's why he made a joke about it whenever he made the response video. Like he knows he talks like a retard. Duh, of course. And also, like, benevolent could mean a lot of things. Like, for example, it could mean the amount of people that you hire. It could mean the amount of jobs that you could create. It could mean the amount of public service that you do. It could mean anything. And so, like, really, whenever you say the word benevolent, there is really a web of ideas.
This has been pretty fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie.
So, like, really, and also like how you treat your family, how you treat kids, etc. So it's like, for example, Trump, you could say Trump's an asshole or he's a bad guy, but it seems like he treats his family relatively well, right? He takes care of his kids, etc. So there's always going to be a way of framing it that you could make it seem like it's misleading if you don't clarify what a specific word actually means. You see what I'm saying? He asked for clarification. Yeah, most people, like, I've never seen a person. I very rarely, I see intelligent people ask for clarification more often than I see stupid people ask for clarification. And I don't think that's a surprise.
Big of a deal to not know that word. I mean, he is wearing a hoodie that is making fun of immigrants for their spelling errors, but benevolent has more syllables than learning, so I get it. But the comments on this clip
patronizing
were brutal. Like, actually, genuinely.
Yeah, and Andrew just interviewed incredibly well. Let me read this here. One of the most painful interviews you've done. Yeah, off president. Okay. How confident is he's a certified restart? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, and this is the reason, like, again, communication skills are really important. And if you don't have good communication skills, you're going to have a lot of problems like this because people will assume that you're stupid.
Only mean. And it couldn't have felt good from his perspective to read these things.
Yeah, definitely.
We're talking tens of thousands.
I don't think Andrew engaged in bad faith by putting the benevolent clip in there. I don't think so at all. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that these are just people that thought Nick Shirley talked like an idiot and were commenting on it. I don't think Andrew did anything wrong there.
People declaring this guy is retarded, which he's not. But there are some moments in the interview that even with dead air trim for speed, Nick does not give his best performance, particularly when...
I think he does. That's the problem. He does. I like Nick, but I think he does. He's just not a talker, guys. He's not. That's fine.
Blaming immigrants for rising rent prices.
It's just simple supply and demand. If you have 20 million people who need to come and buy a house or rent an apartment, and you have other people who need it, you're going to raise the prices.
Suggesting that Muslim Americans keep...
Well, yeah, that's obviously true. I mean, like, what he said is obviously true. Like, if you bring in a bunch of people into an area, like, this is what happened in Austin, is the reason why the prices in Austin went up so much is there was a tech boom and there was a bunch of people coming into the country, or into the city. Like, obviously it's true. Of course. So what about Muslims? What does this have to do with Muslims?
Prices.
Suggesting that Muslim Americans keep multiple wives in private while dismissing the association with...
That's possible. I mean, I don't know. Like, maybe they do. Who knows? I'm sure some do. I'm sure some Christians do that. I don't know who the fuck sold us out, man. Like, I hear, like, the Torah is talking about all these wives. Solomon had how many wives? Like, all these guys had so many wives. And now, like, you can only have one wife? Who decided that? What a bunch of bullshit. Which simp sold us out? We did. We got sold out by some simp like 700 years ago.
His own religion, Mormonism, and polygamy as just a harmful stereotype.
As far as the wives go, that's not a thing in Utah.
It's not a thing in Utah.
That's a negative stereotype.
Negative stereotype.
And also confronting.
You know what I think? I bet there's some Mormons that have extra wives. And you know what else I think? I bet there's some Muslims that have extra wives. I bet they're both doing it. How do I know that? Because it just makes sense. That's how I know. It's that simple.
Me about staying silent on the death of Charlie Kirk, while admitting that he consciously chose to not watch the video that I made in the immediate aftermath of it.
And so I thought that was kind of messed up of you to not publicly denounce what happened to Charlie Kirk.
I did.
And I didn't even watch the interview because I didn't want to watch that.
Well, you should watch it.
I don't want to.
Well, you should watch the video because I say some stuff in it.
Okay, cool.
None of these moments.
That was stupid for Nick to say. Yeah, for sure. This is a point in Andrew's favor. I mean, yeah, definitely. It's a silly thing to say. I love watching videos like this and getting to pass judgment on people and telling everybody who's right and who's wrong and acting like I'm the person that knows everything. Because I am, number one. And number two, it just feels good. It really does. This is great. Let's keep watching.
For a very good look for Nick, but I did not engineer them that way. And if I was a betting man, I would suggest that much of the hostility displayed toward him in the comments is because his reporting, which was signal boosted by Trump and his cronies, has been a driving factor in ICE's decision to escalate their presence in Minneapolis. You know, kidnapping kids from local high schools, terrorizing.
Kidnapping kids? What do you mean kidnapping? I mean, if somebody gets arrested for doing something wrong, I mean, is that really kidnapping? I mean, does somebody get kidnapped whenever they get arrested for, like, stealing a car or something? Like, I think that this is loaded framing that is, I think, intentionally dishonest. You're using vocabulary that has a framing to it it's supposed to invoke something that's not accurate.
U.S. citizens in their own communities, shooting people, kidnapping kids from local high schools, terrorizing U.S. citizens in their own communities.
Well, of course they're. I mean, like, the people are running around. Like, I mean, the thing is that you can have criticism for the way that ICE does things, but the problem is that when Andrew is discussing this, I think that the issue is that you're framing it in completely one direction. You have to look at why are ICE doing this. It's because these people are trying to drive their cars into ICE. They're trying to obstruct ICE. They're screaming at them all day. I mean, this is just really, it's bad behavior. It's very bad behavior. This has nothing to do with Nick's claim in the video. Yeah, this doesn't, yeah, by the way, this doesn't have anything to do with it. Like, even, like, you can hate ICE, and you can think ICE is the worst group ever, but this still doesn't have anything to do with what Nick said.
Shooting people on the streets and hiding behind masks like the goddamn cowards they are. However, that's just my personal opinion. I don't like ICE. I don't like Trump, which is something that I made clear to Nick in the interview.
What do you think about
it? That's great. You don't have to like ICE. But the difference is that whenever you're framing things that's dishonest, then people are going to be upset about that, and they're going to feel like they're misled. It's bad faith. Yeah, it seems like it's bad faith.
Trump, I don't like him.
There was no deception anywhere. But sometimes, and I'm not sure what the word is for this in the journalism field, the person that you interview views your fans as an extension of you. So if your fans are dicks to them, they kind of feel like that's you shading them. And that's definitely what happened. Right after the benevolent clip went micro-viral, Nick began to send texts to me that alluded to the footage being manipulated, writing, "Greenland will be epic and cold. Let me know if you need any locals." I still have some contacts there. Just curious though, why didn't you post a full 2+ hour interview instead of the selected 1 hour of the interview? Notice the word selected. Nick suggests that I cherry-picked his worst moments, which is concerning because we...
Does anyone got wood?
I don't think that Andrew cherry-picked Nick's worst moments. I don't think that's true. But I do think that Andrew cherry-picked it in a way that a lot of concessions that Andrew gave to Nick Shirley were not in the final cut, which tried to give people a different impression of what Andrew's perception of this situation was. I think that's really what happened. Yeah, basically Andrew didn't put Nick Shirley's worst moments in, but he definitely also didn't put moments where he would be against the narrative of his audience in as well. He cherry-picked his own comments, he did.
Consciously did the opposite. But as you can see from these texts, I explained our entire editing process to him, as I did to all of you.
Yes.
And as I mentioned, even offered to send him all of the raw video files when I get home from Greenland, which I'm doing now, and gave him full permission to clip any and all moments of the piece for his own socials. Fast forward to 2 days later. I wake up and nuke Greenland to see that Nick has posted a video filmed on a sly side camera, captioned something like, "In case you guys want to know how the interview really went, here's this." Nick's bullshit crybaby video here points to 2 pieces of damning evidence. Exhibit A. Nick grills me here about Democrat cities being catastrophic failures after failing to understand that I am not a supporter of the Democrat Party. I am from Seattle, a failed blue city, and then asks me to name thriving blue cities. So I named Austin, Nashville, El Paso, and then while smirking, I mentioned Denver because as shown in Nick's angle, I didn't actually know if Denver was doing well because I don't spend much time in Colorado.
Like, when have you seen an American city? What American city is prospering right now?
Austin.
Austin. Name another one.
El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas.
By the way, just like I live in Austin, right? Little bit of a fun fact here. Austin prospering means that all of the I was going to use the word indigenous, but all of the people that are native Austin people are now no longer able to live in the city. So to the extent that Austin is, quote, prospering, it's doing so at the expense of their own citizens. These are people who can't afford to live in the neighborhoods that they grew up in, and they've been priced out of the city. There are many such cases. I think Seattle, where Andrew's from, is another good example of that too. And so they've been gentrified. They've been totally gentrified. Like, it's actually insane, the level of gentrification. Like, I don't want to go on a big tangent, so like, just gonna give me 2 minutes for this. Is that like, I went down to a fucking photo shoot for merchandise whenever I was involved with OTK, and I realized that the house was literally across the street from Cody and Jeff's grandma's house, like their old house. Like they had passed away, and you know, this was many, many years ago. But I remember going to this house, and I'll just say it was on Riverside, and it was down, you know, under the overpasses there, and it was a really ghetto area, and like there was like chain link fence all around, and you weren't even supposed to knock on the front door. And now I couldn't even recognize the place. All of the graffiti's gone, all of the different, and like there's literally just people outside selling drugs. Like this is how it is. And anybody who lives in Austin, you know the Riverside HEB. The Riverside HEB used to be a PvP server. It was. And now there's Tesla charging stations there. The entire place has been totally fucking gentrified, and all of the people that used to live there aren't living there anymore. Now, who is living there? White women are living there that have love on the side of the fucking house that used to be a trap house. That's what's happened. And all of those people, so Austin prospering is at the expense of a lot of these actual Austinites that have been natives to the country or city for 40, 50 years. So, I understand what Andrew's saying. I do, I get it. And Austin's doing okay, but it's doing well for the top 50% of the population. The bottom 50% are being strangulated by fucking property taxes, and they're being priced out of their own homes. So that's my opinion on Austin, okay?
This is prospering?
Yeah.
That's...
I think.
Why you think?
It's doing better.
It's Austin.
New bars and restaurants have opened.
Yes.
But I can probably think of some better examples.
Like what?
Nashville's doing good. Austin's doing good. Phoenix is doing good. Basically, any place with low state tax is getting a lot of.
In any place that's not Democrat.
I don't know about that. I mean,
name a Democrat city that's prospering right now.
Well, it would have to be one that's affordable.
Name one.
Well, I like this is
a city inside of a blue state that is prospering.
Why are you smirking?
Because I don't know if it's prospering or
Because
not.
it's not.
I'm just
See, you can't even answer the question, dude. It's
no.
not prospering. Denver's not prospering either.
But in post-production, I did some research and found out that my intuition was correct. Denver is currently experiencing a decline in violence and property crime, a large influx.
See, it's a graph. We've got another graph. Oh, now this is my time to shine, to complain about using graphs. Okay, so number one, if you look at, for example, the new bill that's being introduced in Virginia, and also another bill that's being introduced in, what's the fat governor place? That everybody know, like, I'm just trying to think, what's it, not Louisiana, the fat governor place? New Jersey? Illinois? Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yeah, it's New Jersey or Illinois with the fat guy. So they're making this new rule to where they seal people's criminal records on like a 6-month basis. So a lot of the cases where crime is going down a lot, one of the reasons why crime goes down a lot, some of the cases is because the crime is now reframed as not a crime, or it's reframed as let's say, a misdemeanor rather than a felony. So if you're tracking felonies and then you class down all of these different things that used to be felonies and now they're misdemeanors, well, now you have a decrease in felonies, right? Obviously. So this is the way that information can be misrepresented. I'll give you another example. Is like, like how they had a shoplifting law where you could steal a bunch of stuff up to $1,000 and nobody would get reported. Well, guess what would happen because of that? The amount of shoplifting would go down because you're not reporting it. That's the thing, is that whenever you have, again, you have to look at the way the data is collected and the way that it's obtained. And so whenever I see a graph like this or anything else, I don't believe this at all. This looks like bullshit to me. Or they gerrymandered the data pool. Yeah, exactly. They're just like, if you gave me a lot of time, I could break this down in 50 different ways. And I think anybody could. I think even Andrew could. Like, I don't think any reasonable, conscientious person could do this. So why do you think he didn't check it? Well, I think that, again, all I'm saying is that I would not look at a graph and make a decision like that. I even disagree with Nick Shirley's assessment. I do. I think Austin is a blue city in a red state. It is, but it's being run by liberals. All the people in Austin are liberals. So really, does it matter more the state? I'm sure there's definitely, are there red cities and blue states that are doing well? I think that they are. So if the factor is the leadership in the city, and if there's a red state inside of a blue city, does that mean that Democrats are right? I don't know. The logic for this doesn't really work very well. And so I don't even like the framing of the question. I think it's a bad question. But the point is that all graphs are fake except for the ones that I agree with. That's my point. That's my point.
Correct. Denver is currently experiencing a decline in violence and property crime, a large influx in population, job growth in the aerospace, tech, and healthcare sectors, and a number of other great things. So I chose to trim a brief section after I mentioned Denver that indicates a bit of self-doubt, given that I ended up being correct. I also trimmed a soundbite where I said that many Democrat cities are run poorly because it was redundant. After our conversation about Denver, I then launched into a tirade about how I am not a Democrat, don't believe in the capacity of the two-party system to enact meaningful change, believe that Gavin Newsom has misappropriated California's tax revenue through NGOs, reinforce my belief in voting on the local level, and then give Nick the benefit of the doubt and say that I hope he's right about Trump and the GOP's ability to mitigate the affordability crisis it's made many places like my hometown, Seattle.
It might have also made Denver unaffordable too. That's the other ironic thing about this, is that in a lot of these states that have like these massive influxes of new people coming in there and like growth inside of like, let's say aerospace, which is very, very high income. It's a high income field, and like healthcare isn't, but any sort of population increase will cause a healthcare work increase, right? Logically. And so this is the main issue. The main issue is that when a city grows and a city becomes more successful, oftentimes the people inside of that city don't really share that same level of success and growth. That growth and that success is enjoyed by business owners, property owners, and in general, the top 1%.
Livable for those who grew up there.
So I support voting on a local level for sure.
I also suggest if you're watching this and you want to see videos that I've made about dysfunctional blue cities, watch San Francisco streets, Albuquerque streets, Las Vegas tunnels, and Philly streets. So the second clip that Nick posted really makes my blood boil because it's disingenuous. As I
Is it
mentioned,
Somalian one?
6 or 7 times in this interview, Nick references the stat that 89% of fraud in Minnesota is committed by Somalis. We aired the version where we asked him to show us the data on his phone, which he found using Google search results powered by ChatGPT. So in the video he posted, you can see me look in the camera after he shows it to me and saying something like, all right, damn, I guess he's right then. Let's put that on screen.
Here, right here, the figure 89% does not represent the total percentage of all fraud in Minnesota. Instead, it refers to the percentage of individuals charged in connection with specific high-profile federal fraud cases. Millions.
89% of those charged in connection with major.
Yep. I've seen this.
Wow.
Identified as Somalian Americans.
Well, looks like we do. It looks like
I'm interested to see what you put in this interview, because
looks like there is a problem with fraud.
He is kind of right. However, this.
Yes, he is. And the issue, I think, well, let me finish the video, then I'll talk about meta level. Yeah, he is.
Stat refers specifically to the already litigated Feeding Our Future case, which resulted in over 60 fraud convictions in Minnesota. The ringleader of the nonprofit behind the scam, Amy Bach, is white, but it is true.
What about everybody else?
True that 89% of convicted defendants in that case were Somali. And that's what makes me so pissed about this particular piece of evidence that they present.
I mean, why don't we just apply some common sense here? If you go to a daycare and you knock on the door and 3 men come out yelling at you, and there's no kids, there's no kid footprints, there's no play area, there's nothing else going on, all the windows are boarded up, there aren't even any windows to begin with in some cases. Like, what do you think the probability is that this is fraudulent? Like, I mean, if you had to, like, I mean, I know that you could say, like, oh, well, you're not sure about it. Okay, that's fine. You're not sure about it. It's impossible to be sure about a lot of things. But, like, what do you think the percentage is? Like, what's the probability that it's fraudulent? I'd say it's like 99%. Like, what do you think the probability is that after this entire thing came out, these people said that somebody broke into their daycare and stole all of their paperwork? What do you think the probability is that all of these transportation companies, out of, like, you know, what did they say? Like 1,100 transportation companies, like 800 or 900 of them are owned by Somalians. And then there are also all of these other scams. And you go to the location of the transportation company. Nobody knows where it is. Meanwhile, I mean, again, you can go and ask and interview any other business owner, right? Like, you go inside a store and you ask somebody, like, you know, what are your neighbors doing? And they're probably going to have a conversation with you. They might say, I'm too busy, I can't talk about this, but they will not react the way that these people reacted. Like, this is in no way, shape, or form a reasonable response. And I think the problem is that, you know, you could write it off as, oh, it's a one-off, right? It's a two-off. But, like, there's so many points on the graph here that you have to be able to draw a line. You have to draw a line here. Like, there's very clearly something that's going wrong. And the fixation around trying to avoid that reality, I think, is misleading. It's deliberately misleading. And I think that it's just so blatantly dishonest. And again, take, you know, like, don't think about graphs, don't think about anything like something like, oh, this is what the media said. Think about this logically. Do you really think that, number one, only 80 or 60 people were involved with this scam? I don't think that, number one. Number two, how is it that all of these people are communicating and then all of them showed up the next couple of days after the daycares? How does this explain 10 years prior to Nick Shirley's video of random assorted, you know, news stories about these places being scams in the past? Like, there are so many points on the graph here that any reasonable person would draw this line. Any reasonable person would do this. And I don't know why people are trying so hard to deny something that's it's so much in plain sight. It's fucking weird. Why aren't these people first thought to check if it's true? Why is it to attack Nick? Well, I mean, because they know if it's true or not. And they know it's not. Can you clarify how this proves Andrew's narrative is inaccurate? I think that Andrew tried to selectively edit the videos to appear more left-leaning than he led Nick Shirley on to believe. And I think that he did so in a way that was not representative of what his views completely were. And I think that's what happened.
That's the exact thing that he's showing me.
I don't think it's not like, it's not terrible, but it's bad. And also he said, I kind of agree. I mean, he's agreeing with this too.
On his phone in the video is what I put on screen on the final cut. I did exactly what I said I would. He frames my decision to put that on screen as some kind of like liberal.
It's not the decision to put it on screen. It's the decision to not include your response to the information that was affirming the fact that what Nick Shirley was saying was in fact true. That's the reason. That's what he was actually criticizing. It had nothing to do with the information that was on screen.
Ball busting fact check, but it's actually supplemental context for something he is literally fucking showing me, which is why it pisses me off. So that's all I have to say. I'm just in a phase in my life where I've been doing this for so long and I care about this so much that I don't want to play these kind of games, especially.
I think that Andrew should think about that exact thing that he just said.
Hey everyone, give me
a
couple more minutes.
Is that you're clearly really passionate about this and you care a lot about it. And, you know, I've been a fan of Channel 5 since it was all gas, no brakes, right? I think I think this was misleading and it was confusing. It was weird. It wasn't like awful. It wasn't terrible. But at the same time, I think it was dishonest.
With people who can't take an L and want to put my credibility on the line by spinning things in a way that benefits their reputation.
He literally went out of his way to try and make me look bad, which is not cool, and I wouldn't say that's like very benevolent of him to do.
I think my policy moving forward, especially when working with people who are filming their own versions of things and lack the integrity to be honest with their fan base, is to either go live during every interview or upload the full raw files on Patreon the moment a Final Cut hits YouTube, so there's no room for these kinds of shenanigans.
I think that's a really smart idea. That's a good idea. He should do that. And I think also, like, you have to, again, even if Andrew doesn't agree with what Nick Shirley is saying, I think that it's important for him to understand why Nick Shirley is saying it. Because, yes, very obviously, you can say that, oh, you aren't doing anything wrong, oh, that's not the issue, or anything else. You can say whatever you want. But what I'm saying behind a paywall, I think that things like that will leak out the same as anything else will, sure. But, like, overall, I think that you have to understand the reason why people are thinking that it's dishonest. And I get that, like, you know, he's passionate about this, he hates ICE, etc. That's fine. I disagree with that. But at the same time, there's a larger idea of being able to tell the truth that matters more than what our opinions on ICE are. And I think that makes a really big difference.
It's exhausting, and I've got real investigations and real documentaries in the field, in the works, that I need to prioritize over these millennials antics. 2026, keep my fucking name out your mouth. 5.
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine. Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News. Channel 55, we don't fuck with costers. And 5 is the best number.
So I'll go ahead and I'll read some of the comments. I think this is, again, I think that he had a relatively good argument for the first thing, like with Denver. I think that was a decent argument against it. And I think that definitely Andrew's point there was pretty strong. I don't know. I could see why people would think it's misleading, definitely. But also, I think that saying a city's prospering because it's brought in a lot of outside jobs, I think is reductive to the people that live there. But that's a personal disagreement, right? He's cherry picking. But I do think the final example of him cutting out him acknowledging that Nick Shirley was right, I think that does reframe things in a way that makes Andrew look more oppositional to Nick Shirley, even though he was acknowledging what Nick Shirley was saying is true. And I do think that ever since Andrew got canceled, this was like maybe 2 years ago, that he's definitely tried to ride a lot harder on the left-wing side. And I think that maybe he's doing that because he thinks that they will ride with him and, you know, they won't get angry or pissed off whenever, you know, he does something. And I think in general, like, this is the concern that I have, right, is that I think Andrew, what he does and like his interviews and everything, his content's great. Like, I like his content a lot. But what I can see this turning into and where I see this going is that whenever you go out and you do, like, for example, like one of his videos that I thought was really good was like the Ukraine video, is that he just went out there and he talked to people, and I think that he gave a pretty fair shake on it. And I think that he's done that too with like other things, like even Flat Earth, right? Where like you're making fun of these people, but you do so in a way that's endearing to them, and you don't just completely mock them. It's like you're making fun of them, but you're doing it as in like, let's laugh at how goofy you guys are together, rather than you guys are a bunch of like stupid loser, like fucking disconnected morons, right? So I think that's it. His gun show video is pretty good too. I haven't seen the gun show video. So if Andrew pisses off the right, nothing will happen. If he pisses off the left, the mob might hurt him. Well, and I think that's basically what happened, is that he's effectively decided to take more of a partisan stance on things. And I also, I do want to have Andrew, like I thought his Hunter Biden interview was really good too. And overall, like I think all of these things are great, but I think that he has to understand where this concern comes from, why people are upset about it. And even if he doesn't agree with what Nick Shirley's points are, you need to at least understand where the impulse is behind those points, and to be able to like basically even at least understand what people are saying. At least try to understand what people are saying. That's all I'm really trying to get at. Right? And is the snake go after whichever way it serves them? Well, either way, refresh for dislikes. I don't want to do that. I don't. Hopefully, this is a learning experience for both of them, and you know, it doesn't happen again. As I said, I like both these guys, so it's pretty sad for me to see. I do think Andrew definitely comes off as disingenuous, and I think Nick Shirley's definitely not a great communicator either. Like that's the judgment. That's the verdict. That's what I think. Right? Andrew accepted false reality and emotions, drives his discourse more than truth, and makes it easy to border the lines even whenever your point's dishonest. Well, I think that that's the big weakness, right? Is that when you're very passionate about something, you can oftentimes lead yourself down a path that's, you know, problematic for yourself. And so, like, this is something that I think really, whenever you're taking something and you believe something that is something that you agree with, you need to probably be even twice as critical about it, because you don't want to actually have somebody. A lot of times people will see something or hear something that is, you know, like, sorry, I'm just reading something. They'll see something that they agree with, and they'll just automatically just accept it without even looking into it at all, right? That's what people are criticizing me of, right, for like this clip. And so I think people can very easily agree with that, and I think it's true in a general case, right? Is that, yes, a lot of times people will accept things that they agree with without doing the same type of due diligence that they would do for something that they disagree with. So, yeah. Yesterday, we had a guy that released a video, and he wanted me to watch it on my stream. I did watch the first part. People really liked it a lot. And so we're now going to watch the second part. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. Bro, is it 7K subs? Oh my God. He had 200 yesterday. Oh, wow. Yeah, he had like 232 or something. Wow. Oh, great. Well, good for him. Deserves it.
Hey, everyone. Before we dive into part 2, I just want to give a massive thank you for all the love and support that I received on my first video. At the time of recording this, I have over 4,000 views and just over 100 subscribers on YouTube.
Damn. And this video was from 2 days ago. Wow.
Thank you so much for all the support. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend watching part 1, as I tackle very important topics there that I won't necessarily dive deep into here. It's been incredible to read your comments and all your feedback, and I love seeing how many of you are just as passionate about these topics as I am. I'm excited to keep this conversation going, so let's dive into it. Let's start with something that's actually going right in the gaming world. Indie and smaller game studios. While a lot of big AAA publishers often disappoint, most indie developers have been stepping up with innovation and creativity.
That's true. I've been playing Core Keeper off stream. I'm almost done with everything in the game. I got level 100 in my melee skills last night, and I've been farming. I got magic to 100 as well, and summoning. Like, I've been putting in work, boys. I've been putting in real work. I'm almost done.
Last video, I praised Pal World for scratching an itch we've been waiting years for Pokemon to scratch. That's the power of these smaller studios. They're not tied down by corporate greed. They can take risks and create experiences that truly resonate with the community. We all want to see companies like Nintendo flourish.
Yeah.
After all, they gave us so much of our childhood with their
very
iconic
first
games.
level.
But here's the problem. They've become the exact thing their games often paint as a villain. A greedy corporate empire stomping
Mario
on the little
Strikers.
guy. Just look at how Nintendo is
I
handling...
wish that like they made a game for Waluigi where all he would do is go around and commit very, very mild crimes. Like order food from a drive-thru and then drive away and not pay for the food and then just leave. Just like little like jaywalking, right? And just like basically be a public nuisance. You know, jerk, basically, yeah, just tomfoolery. Exactly. Like go into like people's shopping carts and put things in their shopping carts while they're not noticing.
Pal World. Instead of seeing it as healthy competition or even inspiration, they chose to sue the developers over patents that Nintendo only released after Pal World came out.
That's crazy. I can't even believe that happened.
Corporate greed at its finest.
I'm back,
I don't even
everybody.
think that it's corporate
I did
greed.
something.
I think that it's straight.
If you guys are
fucking,
here,
like,
say
corporate
hi.
terrorism.
I did something while I was gone.
Like what they're doing. So you're spending money. You're setting a patent up after the fact so you can retroactively sue something that existed before the patent was filed. It's ridiculous.
It's just about competition. It's about creating an environment where creativity can thrive. These indie developers are a beacon of hope in a landscape that can often feel dominated by cookie-cutter sequels and franchise fatigue.
True.
Rather
Here we
than
go.
fostering creativity, big corporations are trying to squash it. It's ironic because
Ready?
the developers of Power World
I got
obviously
me.
have huge
That's also a huge
filet
component
mignon.
too.
I made myself some filet mignon.
Is that as companies get more and more of these patents in gaming, what
I
that
made myself
ultimately
filet
results in
mignon.
is that there are less games that you can play that have unique tools because like it's no longer a collaborative
second.
process where games get better over time. It's a process where games actually get worse over time and more fragmented because of IP.
For what Nintendo has done in the past. You can see that respect
is
in the
so
same
right in the
way they
middle.
crafted a world.
I cannot believe how do you like
That
if
might
this
actually
so
still be
I
too
feel
good
like I should be watching
in
a
general.
Kira TV video about how this is the latest Kickstarter scam. How the fuck did Nintendo release this? It's insane.
Reminiscent of Pokemon, but with a fresh creative twist.
Yeah.
And guns. It's sad to see a company that is so loved by so many people now playing the role of a villain.
A man chooses. A slave obeys.
Now, I want to talk about a sensitive topic. Politics in games.
Uh-oh.
Here's the thing. Games are made by humans, and humans have worldviews. So naturally, politics are going to seep into the stories and themes. The issue here isn't whether or not games should tackle political topics. It's how these themes are communicated, and whether they serve the story and gameplay. Spec Ops The Line is a perfect example of how to do it right. For those who don't know what Spec Ops The Line is, I
think Metal Gear Solid is a perfect example of how to do it right. I mean, look at Metal Gear Solid. I think there's plenty of games that do it right. It's just the issue. I think that politics in games, I think that the problem is that when politics are viewed as, or like some sort of representation is viewed as a checklist, or it's done in a way that's patronizing to the audience, I think that's what people don't like.
really good.
Like how, you know, for example, in like Hogwarts Legacy, they had like this like trans character that like had to mention the fact that they were trans. Like you put that in a story and it can be it's very obvious that like you're putting this in there in order to like be like, oh, look at us, we check the box, right? I didn't care. Yeah, exactly, right? And it's like this was done in a performative way. And I think that people can tell
play
that.
the game, try it out for yourself. It is one of the most original, thought-provoking games I have ever played. I will be spoiling the game now to bring my point across. So if you really want to play the game,
Lazy pandering and it doesn't feel authentic.
This motherfucker. It's so fucking annoying. I just got stuck in the fucking wind on a fight. Hey, go check. Hey, can someone pop out of the South Lighthouse and check out if there's a IRS Nevis? What up, everybody? Remember, hit that like, hit that sub, and maybe follow on either my Twitch or my YouTube. Thank you for being here and hanging out, whether you're lurking, creeping around, or talking. Shit, let's be honest, Gothy was the only one who said anything. So what up, Gothy? Hey, yo. Gothy. You. Okay, there. Oh. Go. Oh. Holy shit. So close to that. Oh, I'm dead. And you know what? It's okay. I'm gonna come back with another ship. Actually, I'm just gonna come back with the same one. Let's go! Shout out, Gothy! Well, I could tell. Yeah. Alright, see ya. Alright, I'm back. I would just go to the closest. Oh my god, everything? Here we go. Welcome, everybody. Remember to hit that follow and like. GG's. GG's. Yeah, does anyone want anything? 'Cause I'm not gonna be able to move. How bad would it be if I like get up? Get up, you're not helping over here. How bad it would be if I like scuttle my ship? I don't. I don't. I don't give a fuck about the pip. It's a fucking sparrow. Yeah. Well, we got enemies behind me. I got an enemy next to me. Yeah, he's fucking slow as shit. Yeah. Motherfucker. He took all my shit. Bored his ass. I'm still overloaded by a lot. All he did was help me get here. That's actually pretty funny. No, it's the cross swords. But on my way down. I'm against the fucking wind. Also, I want to take this shit. I'm zigzagging on the way down. And now we should be able to go around. Still murder. Yeah, it's like 6 o'clock. I mean, 4 o'clock. Wow. I'm gonna be up till 6 at this point. Oh, yeah, let's go kill him. Thank you. Now I'm on the way. Throwaway ships are fun. One reason I actually like the Red Arrow, I use it as a fucking throwaway ship. What did you cook? I just made filet mignon. On the reset, I made filet mignon. That was fucking bad. The only thing I wish I had was my grill. Dude, a grill, that would be great. Don't have any more feed pieces for this shit. So yeah, I'm SOL. I don't know why I can't fucking catch up to him. He's in the same fucking ship I'm in, and I'm not overweight. No, it's shooting him. It's shooting him. It's shooting him. Oh my god, don't get caught in that. Don't get caught in that. That shit was mad funny. They're shooting him. The fucking... Oh, that's goddamn... Oh, no. No, this. Hey, we got Locky in back of me. Hey, I got Locky in back of me in support. Which is a Cross Swords member. Thanks, Sharp. I see that. Yeah, I don't even have enough to come back here. I gotta go bridge down. I'll see you later. Alright, that was fun. I'm gonna head up for the night. See you guys. Alright, everyone. You heard it. You heard it here. I'm done for the night. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Everybody, thank you. If you could, on my Twitch side, thank you for hanging. Go check out my YouTube. It would really be appreciated if you follow me on my YouTube. I'm trying to bring that, grow that community over there, and it would be really nice to start doing that, honestly. But all right, look, we're going to check out who's on and then raid out. So just give me a moment, and yeah, hope you all had a great night. Always enjoyed dropping. Floyd. No, I haven't seen this dude in the fucking play, so let's go. We're going to raid out. If you guys could hang out for a moment, we're gonna raid out to my homie. Yeah, we will. This is pretty fucking dope. I haven't seen him in a bit. Void Dominions is my homie. Go check him out. Go give him a like. Hit sub for him, alright? Thank you for all being here. You all have yourselves a great night. Alright? And come on back again. Come on back again. We be chilling. Have a good night.
That did not need a fucking buff. It lasts so much longer. Sheep, thank you for the raid. How are you, buddy? Long time no see. Long time no see.
I'm tired.